So, as the music plays, we'd like to invite you to close your eyes and relax and just open yourself to rest in the presence and hold space.
Shankam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ram Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignakara Dura Hamari. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignakara Dura Hamari.
Namaste.
Welcome.
Welcome to our weekly online satsang. Satsang is a Sanskrit word that means community of truth. Basically, it refers to any time a group of two or more people who are on the path of awakening come together to share their journey, to share their presence, their consciousness with one another, and it increases their strength. Our strength is exponentially increased when we link with others who are experiencing awakening or who are awakened. And it's really essential. So try to find a community right where you live that you can meditate with, pray with, share blessing with. And if you can't, start one. We have that 36-minute video on our website that explains the Flowering Heart Blessing, which we're sharing throughout the satsangs, all the satsangs. You're soaking in it right now, so just drink it in and receive. Flowering Heart Blessing is a direct transmission of divine grace, enlightened awareness, and love, compassion. The Flowering Heart Blessing awakens the experience, the sense of connection with the indwelling divine, which goes by various names. In India, the Paramatma. For others, it might be the cosmic Christ within, the inner light, God within, the I Am. So many names refer to the same thing. But often we're looking out there in the world for the right teacher, the right initiation, the right class, the right place of power, we can just receive awakening when it's inside of us all the time. When you go deep enough into the center of your being, you come to a place of pure light, pure love, that is the divine within you. And it is enlightenment itself. And it is fully divine, and it is your true essential nature, your original divine self. So sooner or later, we learn to stop looking out there for it, although we can benefit. Certainly, I said the importance of being in community with other awakened and awakening beings is catalytic. But eventually, we need to learn to look within. And we discover that we're the one we're looking for. It was right there all along. The flowering heart blessing goes right to the flowering heart and awakens that experience and that presence within us, and it begins to flower. It begins to shine out from the center through all the layers of our being, awakening, clearing, and transforming us and our relationships and our connections to the universe. It's very important that humanity awaken as quickly as possible, but that is done one person at a time, until many of us believe, and we believe, that eventually we'll reach critical mass where enough people have become awakened that the collective consciousness of humanity begins to shift from the delusion of separate existence to the reality of our oneness with each other. What's wrong with the world is rooted in that sense of separation that creates fear and apprehension. It creates competition, conflict, and war. And when we awaken, all that transforms into cooperation, harmony, and peace. So thank you for consenting to the journey. We know it isn't always easy. It's the most challenging and awesome path that you could choose to take. But there's infinite grace to assist you along the way. And we're glad you're with us here tonight. We apologize for yesterday. If you tried to tune in online to our interfaith communion with the Cosmic Christ and our meditation yesterday on the Aramaic Lord's Prayer, our streaming failed, and we didn't even get a recording of it. This has only happened a handful of times in the last 50 years of my ministry, but I should have known. There are times where something is so graced, so anointed, so filled with light that the equipment doesn't work. Yesterday was one of them. And I saw a bunch of people drop by online, and I know you couldn't get in, and we don't even have a recording. So because it was so graced, we're praying about considering repeating it. It wouldn't hurt the people that already experienced it here, but it's only the people in-house with us. And after this really kind of glorious meditation on the Jesus teachings on prayer and the real meaning of the Lord's Prayer, not the religious superficial brush, and then looking at it in the Aramaic and Aramaic-inspired meditations, we did the unthinkable. We sang together the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic, led by Angelica Schaefer. We play her music because she's great and she's our friend, and she's given us permission to use her copyrighted material. So we always start with that Ganesha mantra, Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, which you've been hearing it every first 10 minutes in these webcasts. She's got so much more music, but that's become sort of like a theme song for us. We love Ganesh. He's an elephant-headed guy and the remover of obstacles. But she has so much more music, and in one CD it's called Benediction. That's where we get the Francis prayer that we use, St. Francis Peace Prayer. We pray Allah Ruach, which is a Islamic, actually, celebration of Allah, and saying that Allah, God, is breath. And we use that during the communion services, and that's in all the recordings. But this was the first time that we attempted, because I don't know about you, I don't speak Aramaic. And it's not
tricky.
It's tricky, yeah. But that's what Jesus spoke. He didn't speak Hebrew. I'm sure he knew Hebrew because of the Jewish faith. But the Jews in the Holy Land in those days spoke Aramaic. And it has a unique flow and vibration. So it was after meditating on the real meaning of those words and then singing together, at the end, it was
Beautiful.
the frequency, the presence in here was exceptional. That's when I should have looked at the equipment. It would have been too late.
Yeah.
Anyway, so again, sorry for that, but we'll do it again, and maybe next month. We'll see. We'll listen to what Spirit tells us to do. So, we like to invite everyone who drops in. Yekaterina, hello, said hi, so we know you were here. But I see there are others that have been dropping through. If you would just give us a love or a like, then at the end of the satsang, Suzanne and I click on it and we can see your names, unless you're hiding. But we'd love to see your name, and we'll send an extra little blessing and a spiritual hug to you. Oh, there they go. Look at that. All right. I don't know how they do that.
I don't either. I'm not very good with Facebook.
How do you make all those little hearts and things, like a whole shower of them rise? Maybe you can teach me one of these times. So you can give me instructions on Messenger or something. If you're at Vimeo watching, then you would have to enter a comment for us to know you're there. But it's great that you're here. And we like to open it at this point to questions and answers on the spiritual journey. Anything that you might be just interested in hearing what we think about it, but more importantly, to gain insight from the divine in some area of the journey where you might be puzzled or experiencing a challenge or a plateau or a roadblock of some kind, or just would like more light and clarity on that subject. Throw it out there. The divine always seems to inspire us with interesting and helpful answers and clarity when you do that. So we'll wait a few minutes and see what you come up with. I always say this is your part of the satsang. Actually, your part is just showing up and holding space together and just being uplifted. But if you listen inside, maybe your heart will whisper to you some question that you might throw out there. And we'd love to have the opportunity to answer it. Well, while I'm waiting for you, do you want to share something at this point? No? Okay, well, jump right in. Because you know me, I just go and go and go. So, lately I've been sharing, not every week, but often, quotes from famous people on interesting subjects. And I get these from a website which is inspiringquotes.com. And if you go there are all kinds of, some of them are the quotes of movie stars and celebrities, but I get on their email list, and every day I receive an email from Inspiring Quotes. And a lot of them are collections of quotes that are really inspiring. This is 14 quotes on the benefits of being grateful. The Roman statesman Marcus Tullius Cicero once wrote that, quote, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others," unquote. In the 2 millennia since he said that, countless poets, philosophers, authors, and inspirational figures have spoken to the central role that gratefulness plays in human happiness. To live with gratitude, whether for our friends, family, health, or even the very planet we inhabit, is to have a deeper appreciation for life that invites joy to each moment. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive and reduce negative emotions, thereby improving mood and helping to cultivate happiness. In fact, researchers at the University of California in Berkeley discovered that people who counted their blessings by writing gratitude letters, quote unquote, reported improved mental health compared to those who didn't. These 14 quotes speak to the power of grateful living and how it is an essential ingredient for lifelong happiness. Another thing I'll just throw in before I read you these quotes is that we've heard it said, and put it to the test, that it's impossible to be depressed and be in gratitude at the same time. And gratitude is something that you can choose to focus on. I'm just grateful that I just got an unobstructed breath of air. That feels so good. You just start with something very, very simple and let it expand from there. It will definitely shift your mood, and that will change your health, not just your mental health, but your physical health and your relationships. Okay, let's dive in. The first quote. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Rumi, of course. Next. Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. The Dalai Lama. Have gratitude for the things you're discarding. By giving gratitude, you're giving closure to the relationship with that object. And by doing so, it becomes a lot easier to let go. Marie Kondo. Mm-hmm.
Makes me think too, you're giving it a new life, because if you don't want it around anymore, then somebody else can be passed on to somebody else to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. G.K. Chesterton, one of my favorite authors, close friend of Tolkien and that whole crew. C.S. Lewis and Tolkien and Chesterton were tight, very mystical, beautiful souls. The best and most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt with the heart. Helen Keller, who, as I'm sure you know, was both blind and deaf. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Voltaire. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies only in yourself. Tecumseh, the Shawnee Native American chief. Gratitude is a divine emotion. It fills the heart, but not to bursting. It warms it, but not to fever. Charlotte Bronte. Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Marcel Proust. The thankful receiver bears a plentiful harvest. William Blake. We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Thornton Wilder, playwright. This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. Maya Angelou. I never heard, I don't remember that quote either. That's great.
That's a great one.
Gratitude bestows reverence, changing forever how we experience life and the world. John Milton, poet. Gratitude is the sign of noble souls. Aesop. One of our spiritual teachers years ago said that gratitude is really the key to opening the door to miracles. If you notice a blessing in your life, oh, that is the hand of the divine. If anything goes your way in this world, that teacher said, if anything goes your way, goes well for you in this world, that is God at work. And just notice it and express gratitude. And what that does is it opens the door for the next miracle. Any divine intervention in our lives is a little miracle. When we notice them and we're grateful, more of them happen. And they happen more quickly. And they get bigger and bigger and bigger the more we notice them and express gratitude. And if you want to really jazz it up, in addition to noticing those little acts of God in your life and expressing gratitude, share it with others. Tell other people what the light, what the divine is doing in your life. See what happens. Well, I think they're still resting in the silence, holding space, which is not a bad thing. So if you have a question or a comment, this would be the time.
Otherwise, we'll just move on to deeper blessings and prayers.
Mm-hmm. It's so nice when the streaming equipment
Yes.
is working. I keep looking over at the computer that is doing the live streaming, and when I see it green and it says perfect, perfect streaming, it makes me very happy. So we're still limping on one leg tonight. I won't explain it, but it's working and it's all good. Yeah, Julie says, basking in the energy. That's just fine. You do that. Let me check over here. Okay. Well, I guess that's what everyone wants to do tonight, is bask in the energy. That's okay for me. Things have been
Hectic.
around Flowering Heart Center. Things have been hectic. We've had a construction project going on that was supposed to take a week. I think it's been about a month now, and we're just about done. But anyway, so it's kept things very active around here. Plus, we have our new granddaughter here 3 days a week, and which is a real joy. But anyway, things have been hopping. So to have a mellow evening where we can just relax and rest. And Andrea says, tears of gratitude, thank you. Well, that's so rare, Andrea, for you to have tears of gratitude. Thank you for sharing it. Andrea is a very beautiful being, and tears of gratitude from the heart are a very natural flow for her. And thank you for sharing all that you do. Okay, then. Don't forget to give us a like or a love if you aren't making a comment in the chat, because we want to know you were here. If you would now, you could just close your eyes and open yourself to the presence, the divine presence at the center of your being. Invoke the presence. Welcome the presence. Receive, bask, and soak in the energy, in the light, the love that is flooding out of your inmost being, penetrating every layer if you let it. Invite, invoke, welcome the divine presence within you. That quote from Rumi said, the entire universe is inside of you. Rumi said it's not just a drop of God or a drop of the universe that's in you. You are the entire universe within a drop. And this presence who dwells in you is all unconditional love. You exist within it. There's never been any separation between you and the presence, or you would instantly cease to exist. In the divine presence, we live and move and have our being in the light. The illusion that we need to be awakened from is the feeling the mind has of distance. Distance from the divine source, distance from others, the illusion of a separate existence. We are all manifestations of one being, one light, one love, one consciousness. And it yearns to draw you into its embrace and pull you into the center where you experience your enlightened nature, your divine nature. We can't do it for ourselves, so just let go and allow the divine to draw you into the center. It's like the sun at the center of our solar system. If we were to break out of the gravitational pull of the earth, we wouldn't just float away in space. We'd be drawn right into the sun. In this case, it's the celestial sun of pure light, pure love. So just let go and let the presence do what it wants to do, to awaken you, to liberate you, to transform you, to fill you with joy, to free you from suffering, to heal you from infirmities of soul and body and relationships. This divine presence knows what you need before you know, before you could possibly ask. It knows. Just receive the flowering heart blessing and let yourself be awakened and transformed. visualize that we're sitting together in a blessing circle. With your eyes closed, lift up your hands with your palms open, facing forward, and invite the presence to pour the flowering heart blessing through you to all the others with you in the circle, as it's flowing back to you through them. Now visualize the beautiful blue planet Earth in the center of our circle. A beautiful blue jewel, a living planet of exquisite beauty. And let us take a strong intention and ask the Divine to heal this planet. To heal the waters, the lands, the air, all the creatures living on this planet, especially the close to 8 billion human beings, points of light scattered all over the globe. Let us hold a strong intention for the Divine to awaken humanity and cause our hearts to flower with unconditional love and awakened grace. To melt from the hearts of all human beings hatred, anger, distorted passions, to flood humanity with the one love of the Divine. Now you could relax your hands and just rest them with your palms turned upward somewhere in your lap. And when you're ready, you could open your eyes and begin to make direct eye contact with either Suzanne and or me as we enter the light meditation. In this meditation, the presence floods Suzanne and me, and oceans of love and grace and light flow out of every pore of our being to you, but especially from our eyes, the doorways of the soul. Just keep looking at least one of our eyes. That's all you need to do. And just receive and allow. The light will stream out of our eyes, in through your eyes, into your heart of hearts, causing the light of consciousness, the grace of divine love within you to spring up brighter and brighter and brighter, awakening and transforming. Close your eyes now. Meditate with us for a few more minutes as the grace we've received settles within us. Meditating as long as it's nice for you. Or lie down nearby in Shavasana. That's to lie on your back with your eyes closed, your arms loosely at your sides with your palms open and turned upward. And let yourself dissolve in gratitude in the presence. We love you very much.
Much love, light, and blessings.
Until we meet again, know that the divine within us beholds the divine in you, and we bow to you. Namaste.